Seen the documents are with you. Could you just take us through them and help interpret for our viewers what this means?
Well, sure, Aarti. In fact, the TRS won by a landslide victory in Telangana. And ever since the Telangana Congress has been maintaining that there have been discrepancies in the voting that happened. In fact, they're calling it a mockery of democracy. Let me quickly show you. We have taken two samples. One is of Khairabad constituency. If Kiran can show you these documents. This is of Khairabad constituency. And on this side, I have Devarakadra, which is another constituency. So this particular document is from the returning officer. So for the knowledge of our viewers, the returning officer of each constituency submits a report saying the total number of votes polled. This is on the 8th, that is one day after the date of polling. So here, if I can go to booth number 124 quickly, booth number 124 is this, Saint Nizami's High School, which says 746 is the total number of votes polled on that particular day. So quickly, let me go to this particular list. This is from the final result sheet given by the Election Commission by the same returning officer, booth number 124. If I go to booth number 124, it comes here. To the total figure is 756, which means 746 in the returning officer's list, and in the final result sheet 756, which means a difference of 10. Again, let me go to booth number 156 in this particular sheet, which is the returning officer's list. 156 is Central Nursery Urban Biodiversity GHMC. 470 is the total number of votes polled on that particular day. 470. Let me take you to booth number 156 in the result sheet. Here, booth number 156, the total is 599, which is written here. So, which means a difference of almost 129 votes only in that particular polling booth. So similarly, we have found 19 discrepancies only in Khairabad constituency. Let me also show you another constituency that Miranao has taken as a sample. This is the final result sheet of Devarakadra Assembly constituency in Mehboob Nagar, and this is the returning officer sheet. So here I'm going to poll number 29. Here, poll number 29, you can see 676 is the total number of votes polled. However, in this particular sheet, which is the final result sheet, if I go to polling booth number 29, you can see here 101. Shocking, 101 is the number, which is a difference of 125 votes that have been polled. Similarly, in 87 polling booth number 87, the returning officer's list is 597, whereas the final result sheet says 650, which is a difference of 53 votes. So total of 125 difference there, 53 difference here. Again, in Devarakadra, we have found 8 discrepancies in total that have been found. So 19 in Khairabad and 8 in Devarakadra, which only means that in 2 constituencies that we have taken, we have found discrepancies of this quantum. Similarly, the Congress continues to allege that there are discrepancies in all the constituencies. If you take Dharmapuri constituency for an example,
right, Paul, I'm just going to interrupt you.
441 votes is the margin between the winning candidate.
Paul, I'm going to interrupt you for just a minute and I'll come back to you. We also have Saran of the Congress joining us on the phone line. Mr. Dasujo, you have seen this particular Miranao expose. We have documents that point out to certain discrepancies in the votes polled, which is there in the EC's returning, which is then the EC's list versus that of the returning officer. What is your reaction to this, and how do you say, or what would you say is the reason for this discrepancy?
Unfortunately, in Telangana, the Election Commission of India and the US government have colluded and then together have mishandled the whole thing. As the records that we have just now shown, not only in Khairabad and Devarakadra, but there are in several constituencies of Telangana, the same situation happens, where the victory margin was around 300. Say, for example, in the constituency called Ibrahimpatnam, the victory margin is only of about 376, whereas the vote difference from poll to final count is 888. In Kodad constituency, for example, the polled votes were about 192,000, whereas the counting votes were around 193,888, which is higher than the polled votes. like 1,682. Victory margin is only about 756. Like this, I can tell you the story of about 40 to 50 constituencies. Absolutely, the Chief Electoral Officer here, Mr. Rajat Kumar, and the TRS party, the High Command, have been colluded. They were hand in glove. They not only have tampered the machines, EVMs, but they also have indulged in this kind of a manipulation.
Right, sir.
That's exactly the reason. Yeah, we made an appeal to the Election Commission of India and returning officers that please count VVPAT slips so that, this discrepancy can be resolved and then, justice can be done to the candidates. But then they've declined to count the VVPAT slips. Dictatorially, they simply declared, though there is a very evident variance in terms of the number of votes polled versus the counted votes, and where the margins are very less, I think Election Commission has played a dubious role to ensure in a dubious manner TRS is won in Telangana.
That's a big allegation coming from you there, sir, and I'm going to give an opportunity to Abid Rasool Khan of the TRS to respond. Mr. Khan, you've heard these allegations. The TRS and the EC have been accused of colluding by the Congress. What is your response to this? And more specifically, how do you justify or how do you explain the discrepancy in these votes poll data?
Basically, Congress has a habit of alleging EVM malfunctioning or EVM manipulations whenever they lose, and whenever they win, they are silent about it, as they are silent in the other 3 states. But anyway, we are, as a party, committed for a fair election, and we do not have any objection if the Congress exhausts all its resources available to file complaint and get his grievance redressed. But the point here is that the winning margin of TRS is such a huge margin and such a landslide victory that the people only could have voted for it. It could not have been through any sort of manipulation, because the people of this state, they have unilaterally decided to vote out Congress and vote in TRS. So once TRS has been voted in such a huge margin, I think Congress should graciously accept this election result and start working for the betterment of the people and the development of the people, which they have not done. Now, as far as the technicalities is concerned, whenever you press an EVM button, the VPAT machine delivers a slip then and there into the box. If there is a electronic malfunctioning, it is for the Election Commission to resolve that issue, and they are the right persons to answer the grievances of Mr. Shravan and Congress party. But this direct allegation on the party, I strongly refute that, and I would like to again say on your channel that TRS party is committed for a clean election, and the campaign we had run this time was the cleanest among all the parties. We did not call names, we did not use issues which were directly related to any political figure. We had a very clean campaign, and we have worked hard to get this victory.
Right, so stay with us.